My name is Louisa Yeates. I am a regional youth representative on 2 councils. One is for youth advisory, and then the other one is a working committee for mental health. I'm a young mother of a beautiful 2-year-old boy. I have a few reasons why I'm involved in the clinical project process. One of them is, again, for my boy. I'm determined to make a better future, not just for my son, but for all Nunavik youth. And mostly to be a good example for him. It's really important for me to reflect my passion, not only on my son, but on the rest of the region. And hopefully one day I'll be able to pass on my passion to my son, and hopefully I'll inspire other youth to be involved more. I grew up in a family of frontline workers. My mother is a social worker for youth protection, and my brother was a police officer for a really long period of time, and I got to see firsthand really what it's like to experience what it might be like for a community to need these kind of services, and how really important it is to support these people who are putting themselves out there to protect youth in the communities. I take these experiences and I've learned from them, and I'll learn the knowledge that I have from these experiences in conference rooms with other community members. Also, my family has been a foster family for many, many years, and I've had many foster brothers and sisters. So this kind of work for me to be able to be on a committee that has ideals, such common ideas for the region to become better, is really important for me. If you think about it, 50 years ago, or 60 years ago, a lot of people were still being born on the land. A lot of people were then taken to permanent settlements, and a lot of people were brought to residential school. So it's kind of expected that as such a fast-growing and developing culture, it'll come with its complications. And our culture was, from that point forever on, it was changed. We had to adapt to the southern realities. At that point, there was no turning back. So I kind of think of it as now in the present day that we have to kind of figure out and adapt to our new modern culture. And we're still trying to figure it out. So I think it's really important for us at this point, when we're discovering our new modern reality, that committees like the Youth Advisory Committee can come up with recommendations for social services and youth protection, and also CarePF within the region, for us to come to a mutual understanding about Inuit culture, also Southern culture, so that we can become almost on the same page as much as we can, and then from there we can better services according to Inuit culture. Youth are the majority population in our region, and often a lot of these youth will carry on burdens. From previous generations, and a lot of the difficulties that youth face today. Some of them may be facing difficulties like living in homes that may have addiction situations or even abuse situations. And often in these cases, there will be an intervention from youth protection, social services, and quite often CarePF, unfortunately. And these youth in these cases will often be put into foster homes. And I think it's really important, and we mention it quite often in the Youth Advisory Committee, that we would like to better support, foster families. A lot of these children, like I said, might be carrying these burdens, and I think it's really important for us, and it's an quite often discussed situation that we'd like to better prepare the foster families. Also, we'd like to better support the interveners who will go into homes and try and help these children initially, so that they all kind of have a common goal, that we are going for a better future. We'd really like for these families to be reunited again under better situations, and we quite often discuss how this can happen and how we can work together to find a situation. Discuss situations like this so we can try and find a common solution or recommendation that we can have to better support everybody in these situations, the families, the frontline workers, the foster families, and we just want everyone to be reunited again under better circumstances. So basically, the Youth Advisory Committee will come together on a regular basis, and we often discuss youth who are either at risk or in difficulty, or who have gotten past these difficulties per se. And we also try and pinpoint the different things that need to be addressed within the region, within the communication between the communities and social services, and we try and figure out solutions for them. We're kind of like a third party oftentimes. Sometimes some of us on the committee are actually frontline workers themselves. They may be social workers, some of them are actually even police officers. So a lot of them know what it's like to be in these situations, going to the homes and intervening. And so we sit at a table of lots of different kinds of wisdoms, I like to say. And I always feel really enriched sitting with these people, because I oftentimes end up gaining a lot. So the way that we're involved in the region is that we get together and we discuss all these issues that need to be addressed, and we try and pinpoint the three most important ones. And then from this point, we will present to the Health Board of Directors our three recommendations, and we hope, and we'll really stress them, and we really hope that the Board of Directors will take into consideration our recommendations and put them into action. So, as a committee member of the Youth Advisory Committee and also of the Working Mental Health Committee, I'd like to say thank you to everybody involved in the process, everyone who makes it possible, all the committee members, all the chair people, even the frontline workers, the foster homes, the police officers. You know what? These people play a major role in our region, and we're not always necessarily at the front lines, but we're behind the people at the front lines and supporting everyone. So I'd really like to encourage everybody in the region to say thank you to your community working members, and I personally say thank you to everyone. Thank you.